What is plant genetics? Plant genetics is a study of how plants possess their trait and how to improve the plants. What is the importance of studying genetics? The importance of studying genetics is to create a better crop. But using genetics to change plants also brings up some ethical concerns. For example, big companies can own the right to genetically modified seeds, which can make it hard for a small farmer to afford or use them. The other ethical concern is some people also worry about the long-term effects this plant might have on nature, other plants, and animals. Next, I will present a problem statement. The problem statement of this study is plant genetics can help solve farming problems, but it also brings up ethical issues that are often ignored. The issue needs to be studied and discussed so that everyone can benefit fairly from this technology. The justification of this study is by understanding the ethical problems in plant genetics. We can make sure new technologies are used in a fair and responsible way. This will help protect farmers' rights, the environment, and the people's health. The first objective of this study is to explain the main ethical issue in plant genetics. And the second objective of this study is to look at how this issue affects farmers, companies, and the environment.
For the first, they are according to Aqua. The knowledge of plant heredity has led to better crop breeding practices, helping produce plants with higher yield, better taste, and greater resistance to disease. The second one is they explain about CRISPR, allow scientists to edit plant genes more precisely and without introducing foreign DNA, which could make it safer and more accepted by public. They also access to this technology, especially in developing countries where its traditional breeding is more common due to cost and infrastructure limitation. The last one is they can improve productivity. They also carries environmental and health concern. Some of scientists argue that there is no universal agreement on the long-term safety of GM group. An issue like gene flow and reduced biodiversity that must be taken seriously. And more recently, gene editing tools like CRISPR have brought new opportunities.
Now we are moved to discussion. The first thing is strength. Ethical framework guide the sustainable transparent innovation. To the effective product-based regulations balance the safety and progress. The precious tools like CRIPS reduce of target effect of biosafety concern. And then the transparent labeling build public trust without heavy cost. Last of the strength is climate resilient crops support food security and reduce environmental impact. Then we are moved to weakness. High compliance cost and fragmented regulation hinder smallholder and development countries. Limited of long-term data on ecological health impact because of public uncertainty. Patent monopolies and terminator seeds reduce farmer autonomy. The opportunity is inclusive governance involving farmer and indigenous groups can democratize technology. Next is ethical invention and fair benefit sharing framework improve the transparency. Advance in gene editing and clear labeling can enhance acceptance. Next is threats. Invisible ecological harm risks include the gland flow non-target species, creating a superweeds and disrupting food webs. Socioeconomic risks involve the corporate patent monopolies, rising seeds price and excluding smallholder, worsening rural poverty. Other than that is a regulatory overreach fueled by public distrust can hinder research inventions, concern over GM, toxins, or allergic reactions. Next is ethical concern like playing God. Critique may alternate religion and cultural group, reducing social acceptance. And last but not least is without the inclusive ethical framework, this risk could be lead to systematic crisis affecting social sustainability and ecosystem. Next, we are moved to applications. Gene editing and new plant breeding technique offer solution for food security and climate change, but raises ethical concern about environmental risks, biodiversity, and socio-economic impact. Addressing this requires updates, legal framework, clear government stakeholder involvement, and robust regulations that balance innovation with precautions and ensuring fair access, customer choice, and transparency through labeling and long-term impact studies can maximize benefit, reduce risk, and build public trust in biotechnology. And last but not least, we are moving to conclusion. Gene editing and new plant breeding technique hold a great promise for addressing food security, climate change, and disease resistance, but they also raise ethical concerns related by environmental risk, biodiversity, socioeconomic impact on farmers, and regulatory transparency. Ethical application of this technology requires integrating scientific risk assessment with consider of naturalness, social justice, and customer choice. Legal framework should be updated for ensure a fair access and prevent exclusion of small product. Clear governance include a stakeholder engagement, and robust regulations are essential alongside interdisciplinary studies on long-term impact, enforceable labeling, and harmonized policy. Such measurements have balanced invention with precautions, maximizing benefit while minimizing risk of furthering public trust in plant biotechnology. That's all from us. Thank you.